I'm Abhishek. I'm a part of the Atal Incubation Center at Goa Institute of Management. And today we have a very prominent speaker and a guest among us who has graciously accepted our invite to speak about the startup ecosystem of Goa and of Goa, India, and obviously the entire world. We have with us Mr. Raj Sharma, who is the president of All India Council for Robotics and Automation, and he would like to address regarding the Startup Mahakumbh that is happening across the world and the different advancements that are happening in the startup ecosystem of India. Keeping this very short, since this is going to be a 30-minute session, I would request everyone to, if you have any questions or if it can be addressed here quickly, we would love to do that. But if not, we can proceed further to the adjacent room and you can address your questions there to Mr. Raj. May I invite Mr. Raj Sharma to take over the stage.
Thank you very much, Ash. Am I audible to all of you? It needs mic? Okay. Fine. First of all, I would like to know how many of you are startups? Just raise your hand. Achha, rest all are students? Just raise your hand if you're a student. So I understand to whom I'm talking to actually. Okay. Students, but not started anything, is it? Okay. So you have future plan to start something of your own? Really? The Josh is missing actually. If Josh is not here, then how will you start your startup? The main thing, the key thing which is needed in a startup is Josh. The confidence, aspirations and everything. Okay, let me come back. So I represent All India Council for Robotics and Automation. This is a council which supports technologies. We do policy advocacy to the central government, whatever is happening in technology sector. And we do lots of engagement activity and run various projects with different ministries like Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Electronics and IT, Department of Science and Technology, MSME and all. And here, when we talk about Startups Ka Mahakumbh, we coined this term last year. We had first event in Delhi with this India First Startup Conclave. And the second we had it in Bangalore and third we had it again in Delhi. And just pre-election, you might have seen in the news like PM Modi have done this Startup Ka Mahakumbh. That was pre-election and post-election when the new government will be formed, that will be on a very, very large scale. So for that, I'll just brief you something about it. This upcoming Startup Ka Mahakumbh concept is everything which is happening, this entire ecosystem related to startup should be happening in that event itself. Okay. So because most of you are the students and some of the startups are here. You can also give your input, your insight if something is missing which we can integrate in upcoming this Startup Ka Mahakumbh. First of all, this will be happening at Yashobhoomi. You might be knowing Yashobhoomi recently inaugurated by our PM. So we invited almost 1,000 plus startups. First time ever highest number of startups would be participating there in that event. And these startups are being segregated in various, different categories like startup, state-sponsored startups will be there. Directly who wish to participate, they can also apply for it. And what all different things will be happening apart from the regular exhibition things are happening across. First of all, when we talk about startup, we are inviting this time 15 plus countries delegations will be coming to India. Right? Because today startups are not limited to their city or their country itself, right? They have to go outside as well. So those delegation would be coming and willing to invest in Indian startups, willing to transfer technology to Indian startups and looking for, because India is one of the largest marketplace, so they'll be coming here as well and seeking the partnership if some company wish to collaborate with them. And is any startup who wish to expand their operation in other countries. So that thing will happen. So almost 15, as of now, in last week itself, we have confirmed Saudi Arabian delegation will be there, Japan delegation will be there, South Korea is confirmed, Malaysia is confirmed. So by next month, we'll be finalizing all these 15 countries delegation. That is one part. Second, so this will actually promote the global startup ecosystem. Second, everybody talks about investment. So whenever we talk about startup, I'll tell you, as per the DPIIT, more than 1 lakh startups are being registered. But negative side of this figure, I'll tell you very frankly, because we are in touch with lot many startups, and especially AICRA focuses upon technology-based startups. We are not into traditional sort of somebody is starting their shop. That is again a startup. But that is not the focus area for us. We focus on any company who is either delivering some technology product or services or using some technology product and services, right? A typical restaurant might be a startup, but if that restaurant is delivering food with some online concept or using some robot or something like that, that is our client, okay? So those sort of technology startups will be there. And so I said investment. So recently one TV show is very much famous, Shark Tank. Everybody, I think, seen it. So if you wish to see live Shark Tank there, that will also be happening there. We shortlisted almost 25 to 30 investors. They'll be investing then and there itself. Live 3 days telecast will be happening on some of the TV channel. And out of 1,000 startups who are exhibiting there, we'll be filtering around almost 40 to 50 startups. They'll be presenting and showcasing their product and services and getting the funds then and there itself, right? So that will again an excitement. You will undergo how things happen. In TV, you just see the episode, full and final episode, right? You don't see what happens at the background. So those things you'll be having experience. Then after, we will be having states presentation. Like today, almost every state support their startup. And sometimes state governments are also inviting other startups or other companies to come and invest in their states itself. Okay, so out of all these states, we will be selecting top top 11 states who will be representing like their either their state minister or their mission director of the startup mission or whosoever the in charge in that state. They'll be coming and they'll be showcasing how the best ecosystem they have developed in their respective states, and so that they can invite. They can provide some kind of infrastructure facility, some kind of government support, or anything can happen. So that presentation will also happen. Then after, we have picked up almost 12 hot topics that will actually support you to understand what is happening all around the startup ecosystem, whether it is international exposure or marketplace, investment, concerns they are facing. In fact, we have invited certain startups who have actually failed in their journey. We learn from the successful startup. We can also learn from the failed startup who've been very, very famous while their journey, but sudden challenges they have faced, why they failed actually. So you would be having lots of learning from them. So you cannot repeat the same mistake. I don't think there's any platform as such wherein failed people are being invited. So here we'll be inviting known personalities, known startups, but they can give you a good lesson, right? So that will also be part of here. And apart from this, whosoever have done good accomplishment in their startup, they'll be getting awards, recognitions and all. Central government team will also be there because almost every department is having their own startup schemes or some programs. Almost everybody. You go to agriculture department or you go to science and technology or education, everybody is having. So they'll be telling you how you can leverage, how can you, connect with them and take the mileage of this entire system. Because today the challenge, even though there are so much of good communication system is being established by the government, but still people are not aware. So you'll be knowing, you can question them, you can give them inputs also. Those benefits from the central government, you'll be knowing everything about it. So this will also be part of this. Apart from this, certain around 5 to 6 topics we have selected, which is related to technology. So that technology workshops will also happening there. Say how you can actually increase your customer experience in your startup, right? Or any particular technology, say how AI can help you in improving your reporting system or your in-house startup system. Because today, mostly the startup face challenge of the funding. So if technology can help you to reduce your investment or recurring investment or whatever, the expenses, so this will actually help you out. So you can learn those new technologies. You'll be getting new demonstrations, so you probably can apply those thoughts in your startups. So that will be there. And certain startups would be able to launch their product and services there. Because sometimes large companies, that they have huge money whenever they launch something. Suppose tomorrow Mukesh Ambani have to launch something, so entire world will get to know, right? If you have to launch, you don't have that much of money. But probably there's, I think, more than 50,000 delegates will be there. So much of crowd, India and outside, everybody is there. So you would be able to launch your product and services also there. So all these things we have covered in this complete Startup Ka Mahakumbh. Or if anything else you feel which is missing, you can guide us, you can help us, or if, so that is how we can make it. And this will be the ongoing exercise. Every year this startup will happen. We are taking it to the next level when we are developing a global startup ecosystem. Because today our startups should be, today you see that lots of US, UK companies, startups, whenever they come to India, they get great welcome, right? Even though it's a small company, we all welcome them. But how many Indian startups get good welcome in other countries? So we actually need to, develop this kind of a system. So people should be knowing us, our accomplishment. So gradually we'll be having the similar kind of things in our neighboring, starting with neighboring country or friendly countries, having good understanding between the governments. So we'll be having similar kind of events there also, right? So this is the whole idea of Startups Ka Mahakumbh. And anything else is left, you can ask me, or any question if you have, please. Yeah, Abhishek. Yeah. Very important. Out of 1,000 startups, 100 we have allocated to the institution first, right? Today, in fact, I just came from Angol Institute of Technology in your city. We are going to set up Center of Excellence in that college, right? So they also have their own startup ecosystem, some kind of incubation is there. So they are also shortlisting their student who are aspirant or who wish to start something. So they will be coming, around 100 plus people will be selected and they'll be coming to join. So they can experience how things are happening all around, okay? So that is one part. You should not be missing. See, in future, you should not be a job seeker. You should be a job provider. So for that, you actually need to experience. Apart from your regular study, what you learn from your, college, you should also see what is happening. So unless or until you go and meet people and experience things, you again, once you finish out and you just, complete your degree, and then again you'll start from the scratch in the new world. So why not to start from right now? I'll just tell my example, like my daughter is studying in NIFT Mumbai, right? And her interest is in interior designing, right? I asked her, why are you pursuing this? Because tomorrow computer will generate all the design. What is the relevance of your programs, right? So, so the additional thing what she started, how new technology will be impacting this interior designing process, right? Something new can be introduced. Now, I suggested that apart from completion of your course, you should also be part of some of the, this, not only this event, how this, people work, the working culture, atmosphere. I'll just share one very small example. Last time I've been to Mumbai, and she said, there's a very famous shop in particular mall. They're offering very different style of ice cream that was costing around 500-600 or something. Some international brand was there. First time I've seen. The only difference was the style of presenting that ice cream was different. The taste was not so good as what I like, right? Fine. So it was fascinating and she was very much interested. Then I asked, what is your plan? You wish to pursue a job or you wish to start your own thing? So obviously she was interested in starting her own thing. So I said, okay, let's do one thing. Let's speak to this. It was a good shop in a mall, kind of a boutique. So I took a permission from that store owner and said, can you allow one day that my girl will be sitting here, experiencing whole day, morning to evening, how customers are coming, how they are behaving, what is their response, how you service them, at least one day. Because जब तक हम थोड़ा उस चीज़ में जाके एक्सपीरियंस नहीं करेंगे तब तक वो फीलर नहीं आएगा. बाहर से वो पिक्चर बड़ा अच्छी लगती है लेकिन कैसे बनती है और उसके पीछे कितनी मेहनत होती है वो जानना ज़रूरी है. So that one day experience was awesome for her. So my submission to all of you, you should go wherever you have a connect, whether in a company, industry, in your relatives, go and at least spend some time there. That will be a different experience. वो आप कॉलेज में कभी नहीं सीख पाओगे, वो सिर्फ आप काम करते हुए ही सीख सकते हो. That is the only way. So you should not be missing any opportunity. Today, world is moving very fast, right? You should grab each and every opportunity. Simply pursuing your program will not serve any purpose, right? Yeah. Any more question? Sounds nice or not? इतना यार सुस्त लोग तो फिर कैसे स्टार्टअप करेंगे? जोश होना चाहिए कि नहीं होना चाहिए? क्या नाम है दोस्त आपका? हाँ, सुजल, क्या करोगे? वो तो ठीक है, सारे लोग करते हैं फर्स्ट ईयर सेकंड ईयर, फिर क्या करोगे? फिर दैट्स अ प्रॉब्लम. यू शुड डिसाइड योर ओन डेस्टिनी, राइट? या तो आप नाव के साथ अपने आप से बहते हुए चले जाओ, कहाँ पहुंचाएगी आपको पता नहीं, या डिसाइड कर लो किधर पहुंचना है. अगर फर्स्ट ईयर में ये डिसाइडेड नहीं है कि आफ्टर डिग्री व्हाट विल यू बी डूइंग, दैट्स अ चैलेंज. वेस्टेज ऑफ मनी, टाइम एंड एवरीथिंग. डिसाइड इट नाउ. दुनिया भर के जितने भी बड़े कंपनी वाले हैं वो सारे ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा ड्रॉप आउट्स हैं. मैं ये नहीं बोल रहा हूँ आप ड्रॉप आउट हो जाओ, राइट? लेकिन अगर आप देखो मेजॉरिटी ऑफ देम, इवन जो अभी रिसेंटली अपॉइंटमेंट हुआ है फॉर दिस माइक्रोसॉफ्ट का जो एआई, सॉरी गूगल, किस कंपनी का, सम आई फॉरगॉट द नेम, सम मोहम्मद समथिंग इज बीन अपॉइंटेड एज एन एआई सीईओ फॉर गूगल, राइट? So that guy is also a dropout. Elon Musk is also dropout. You name anybody. So learning is not dropout. Learning, you are seeing you decided some destiny. उस पूरी डेस्टिनी में ये डिग्री या ये प्रोग्राम मेरे काम आएगा कि नहीं आएगा? अगर वो नहीं आएगा देन यू ड्रॉप आउट. अंडरस्टूड? तो ये बहुत क्लियर होना जरूरी है कि करना क्या है. अगर जो तुम्हारा डेस्टिनी है उसके लिए ये डिग्री इंपॉर्टेंट है तो पढ़ो, छोड़ दो नहीं तो क्या फर्क पड़ता है? Tomorrow the value of that certificate degree will not be there. Companies will see your skill in your caliber. And when you start your startup, आप कैसा बंदा चाहोगे जब आप अपनी कंपनी स्टार्ट करोगे? एक जो जिसके पास डिग्री है कि साहब मैं इंग्लिश बोलता हूँ पर मैं बोल हिंदी में रहा हूँ पर मेरे पास सर्टिफिकेट तो इंग्लिश का है. वो बंदा चाहोगे जो इंग्लिश बोल रहा होगा. करेक्ट है ना? यस और नो? इतना सुस्त क्यों है यार? स्पीक अप, रिलैक्स. ठीक है. सो वो डिसाइड करो करना क्या है, और वो किसी भी एज से स्टार्ट हो सकता है. आप न्यूज में देखते हो कि आजकल कितना अर्ली एज से स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं लोग. अभी डिग्री करने की जरूरत नहीं है. आप 12th से, स्कूल से आप देखेंगे. नॉट नेसेसरी दैट यू हैव टू ड्रॉप आउट. यू स्टडी, कंप्लीट योर कोर्स, लेकिन पैरेलली स्टार्ट थिंकिंग वेयर एग्जैक्टली यू आर हेडिंग. दैट इज मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट, राइट? Thank you very much. Thanks to all of you.
Questions that we can take right now, or you would like to discuss personally? There are only two options. You cannot say that there are no questions. If there are no questions, it means you have not understood anything, or you have understood everything. So that's what my teachers used to tell me. But yes, I think we can have one more round of applause for Mr. Raj for joining us and sharing his a little bit of the knowledge, of the expanse of knowledge that he has. And thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you all of you for joining us. If you have any questions, we have a parallel session that will start here shortly, so that's why we are a little crunched on time. But if there are any questions, we can move to the adjacent room and you can have a discussion. If Rajji has some time, he can allot to us. Yes, so he's been very generous and he's allowing us till evening to speak to him. So make sure you come out of your comfort zones and get some questions on towards him. Yeah.
And all of you must visit this upcoming thing. At least you will experience. कुछ नहीं होगा तो दिल्ली घूमकर आ जाएंगे. Right. So state of art facility. I think Asia में there is no as such auditorium. This is having a capacity of 12,000 people and all seats are rotating. Can you believe? Just see it in the video. So you'll experience now India is moving to next level. यहाँ के अभी देखो हमारा पार्लियामेंट नया बन गया है, इतने सारे वेन्यूज नए बन गए, भारत मंडपम बन गया. So many things are happening. Go and experience, leverage opportunities and feel proud about it. Yeah?
Thank you so much. Just one thing that I would also like to add, if adding on to the point, if you're aware the Startup Mahakumbh event that happened recently in Delhi, there was partnership from all the incubators from across India, and me coming from an incubator, I know, and that's why I'm sharing this with you. for all the students that are here, uh, the students were given an opportunity to come all the way from whichever state they are in, and the government was providing with tickets to come to the facility and experience the startup, the culture, the entire ecosystem. So you should never back out from anything like this. If there's anything that you require where you are stuck or need help, incubators like ourselves or ecosystem enablers like Mr. Raj are always there to help you out. So do check it out, and try to find ways how you can reach the destination, right? Rather than just saying that the destination is far away. Thank you so much for joining us. And
Yeah, good afternoon. Can you hear me? Yeah, I'm Captain Utpal Datta, retired from the Navy, and startup doesn't have any age. So after retirement, I have started up, and I like a lot of his viewpoints here. So my startup here is in Goa only. Although I had a small presentation, but I think technical glitch I can't show you. It's about drones, but I'm not creating drones. I am in a kind of startup where I am integrating services and providing a solution. Okay, how does it work? Since I was from the aviation background and I have flown with the Army, Navy and Air Force, you can do some surfing and find out about my background. What happens is, coming directly to the issue, maximum accidents in an airfield happens during takeoff and landing. If you have been watching those Nat Geo films and all that. And out of those accidents, majority factors are because of bird hits. You must have heard bird strikes and bird hits. Now see, airfield is an absolutely clean area where everything is taken care of, neat and clean. But birds do want to come there because they are coming there for food. Okay, the food is the worm. What actually comes out. You must have seen after rain, a lot of these worms come out. Correct. So these worms actually they grow, they germinate because of certain moisture content. This I am giving you my research part of it. Okay, because we did some research with some company when I was in uniform, and we were trying to find some solution because I was into the area of accident investigation and all that. So how to get rid of these bird activities in the airfield. So we found that these birds are coming because of the rise in moisture content or whatever. So we could tap that exact moisture value and correlating, because we have a lot of trained ornithologists with us who can identify what kind of bird is it. And after the bird is hit on the aircraft, sometimes we don't know what bird, so we can collect the DNA samples also. So technology is very high. So now we have to correlate, and we want that this particular species should not come to the airfield. That is the problem statement, no? So now what we did was, my channel partner who is in Pune, he is a entomologist. He's expert on ants. Okay. So he said, okay, what I can do, Captain Datta, I can tell you कि कौन सा कीड़ा आता है, and उस कीड़े को खाने के लिए कौन सा bird आता है, that you can identify. I said, fair enough. And then based on that, he developed a powder which is patented, and we used to spray those powder along the grassy patches. These birds started, because we are spoiling their food source, no? So birds came down. Now the turning point was last year, when I retired February, in the month of November. I keep taking these lectures, and one of the stations told me that since you are already into drones, and we are setting up a center of excellence here in Goa Engineering College campus to give license to fly the drone. There's no RPTO in Goa, so we are going to start up. He said, why don't you use your drones for something? So that struck me. So I told Dr. Rahul Marathe, can you convert your powder to liquid? We will spray the liquid using the drones, and now we can program those agri drones. We know exactly what moisture content, and we were successful. Nobody in India or across the globe is doing this job. We did this in 2-3 airfields, and now we're going to scale it up. So I wanted to show some videos on that. That is the, so you like Mr. Raj says, बैठ के सोचो जो तुम्हारा passion area ना, उसी में you can keep creating. And AI is amazing place. You use AI to your advantage, and you can really do wonders. Thank you.